Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? Hope everything's going okay. And we are ready for some productivity sprints. All right, so now I'm hearing myself. Why is that?
We broke it in it.
Yeah, got really bad reverb on your end. What microphone are you using? Are you using the laptop or the camera?
Let me check. I'm switching mics.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe that'll help.
Is that better? Or is
I
it
think
still reverby?
it's not reverbing as bad,
Okay.
so that'll work.
Okay. I went from the Anchor one to the laptop microphone. So,
Okay. I don't know. We'll have to figure out our setup.
yes.
Okay. So, for those of you that don't know, I am writer Sam Wicker, and this is my husband. And he will introduce himself in a little bit. But welcome to my channel. And what we do here are writing sprints or productivity sprints. So, for 20 minutes, because I run 20-minute timers, you can be productive in any way that you need to, whether that is writing, editing, reading, doing household chores, what have you. And for the second time, I think I'm actually going on Facebook too. So, yeah.
That wasn't me.
Okay. Are you kicking the table? Did you just kick the table or
Nope.
move the table?
All I did was move some pages.
That's weird. That's really weird. Okay. All right. So, without further ado, what we're going to do is start into our first sprint after my husband introduces himself.
I am Gonzo. I am her better half, her other half. I'm trying to speak very softly to prevent the reverb I hear in the other room. That's how loud the reverb is. Um, I'm a geek gamer, etc. And I am also her beta tester for the current Kindle Vella Mist. This is how many chapters is this? 6, 7? This is 7 chapters. I'm going to try to get through as much as I can today during this because I just got off of 7 days work with my job. And it's like, nope, I'm going to dedicate doing this today so I can go ahead and get these edited and everything so she can continue her post schedule on time. So, yeah. And I really wish I knew what was causing the reverb.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay. So we have Cool Gamer that joined us. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the first sprint here. There we go. Okay. Don't forget to hydrate. Don't forget to get some noms if you have some rumblies in the tumblies. And don't forget to stretch if you haven't stretched yet today. And let's get started in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Get at it. All right. How did everybody do on that one?
I was not productive.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Why not?
Cause I played a Game Boy Advance Kirby game on the Vita.
Uh, huh.
Mhm.
I wasn't too awful productive. I messaged a friend on Instagram about the gift card that got sent to me instead of to them.
Mhm.
Um, and haven't heard back quite
Is
yet.
the reverb a little bit better?
It's still there, but yeah, I think it'll be okay. It's not bad, bad.
Okay. Well, I will try to speak softly.
Speak softly. Carry a big stick. So I got in just 113 words,
Okay.
which isn't too bad. Do, 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 do.
I'm going to plug my Vita up so I don't play with it, and then the next sprint I am definitely going to read chapter 7.
Huh. Sure you are.
No, I ain't gonna watch. I promise.
We had Keenan join us. Good morning. And Emma, good morning. And I did share the spreadsheet for the streams that are going on for the day, and you can continue to have that spreadsheet open in among your million tabs if you're anything like me, so you can keep track of all the productive live streams or writing live streams that are occurring on the YouTubes whenever.
On
Even
the
this
YouTubes.
morning. Huh?
On the YouTubes.
On the YouTubes. Yeah. So Keenan's plan for the day is record and upload Pokemon Shield episode 25. What was that face? Along with Lego Marvel Avengers episode 14, which is a new level, and finish part of chapter 4 of my fantasy book 1, outline more of book 2, and get some typed up. And progress is progress, no matter if you write just one word or one sentence or one paragraph or however much. As long as you get a little thing done, it is still progress.
I like that. If I turn on the Xbox, progress. Where's
Right?
my Xbox controller?
So technically, you playing a game on the Vita is progress.
I guess. No, that face was because I work for a company I won't name, but we do specialized beds. And with those beds, you get a score every night. I'm trying to fake book without fake booking. Um, I ended up getting up last night because my tummy was like, hey, you went to the bathroom. You need to go to the bathroom again now. So there's like an hour and a half gap or an hour gap where it's like, I'm not asleep. And then I came back to bed and I got up probably around 8:30, which is unusual for me. But I just looked at my score.
Yeah, you got an 84.
Yeah.
And
It,
me, who stayed in the bed the whole night, got an 86. So
mhm.
how does that compute?
I mean, I was out of the bed for over an hour, so it's like, okay, I guess.
You could,
My HRV was higher than normal.
yeah. You were sleeping really good there for a little while.
Yeah. And then
Um,
my stomach was just like, hey, well, that's something I need to look up. I need to look up why my intestines are so loud.
oh my gosh. uh, okay, so Keenan asked what sprint we're on, and we just finished the first sprint, and I try to get in at least 4 per stream. So I'm on here for about 2 hours, and we go from there. And Eva says, I mostly just looked around Facebook. That's good. uh, Facebook and I have become friends again because I think I've weeded out enough people to where it's not toxic anymore. So yeah. Do, 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 do. Yeah. See? There. Even says soon I have to jump in the morning mom life things, hoping to fit in some words in this morning. Having fun with. Awesome, awesome. Broken joined us. Hello, Broken. Let's see. The main character is about to sneak out of the babysitter's house. Ooh. To go to her house to retrieve this mysterious ring she's managed to obtain. Nice. She won't manage to get into her own house, and then she'll run into a new character who is a bit creepy. It's not even a scary fantasy, but there are more moments. Amy says I don't see that much on Facebook that I don't want to see. Yeah, mostly groups. And Broken's watching the AI wars continue on social media. Have fun with that. Oh, goodness. All right. So,
what you need to do,
what do I need to do?
you need to show it. You know what I mean by it.
No.
So, what was your progress yesterday?
I can't show it
Why not?
because there's blood. Can't show that on YouTube.
You can still, show that it's healing.
No.
Fine.
So I got another piece of my tattoo yesterday, and there are very clean pictures up on Instagram. So if you want to see it, you can look at the very clean pictures that are up on Instagram so that I won't, gross y'all out with the blood and ink and stuff kind of oozing. So yeah, there's that.
I'm drinking my coffee out of my Brie Larson cup. Don't judge me.
No. I don't have any heartwarming moments to report in Directorate. Are there ever any heartwarming moments in Directorate? Yeah, I just got tatted. So yeah. I might see if I can pull up my Instagram and pull the pictures off so that I can show them up on screen. Oh, hey, you beat me to it. There you go.
There we go.
On Instagram. It is also down in the description box below, too. Okay, so with Devin, his main channel got banned by YouTube. And I don't know why that vehicle is so loud, but if y'all hear the motor running, I'm sorry, but it sounds like it's just right outside the wall or in the wall. Anyway, Devin's channel got banned, and it was all they did was share playlists for the productivity sprints, writing sprints, live streams that us tubers did. But there were enough copyright strikes for some odd reason, and
people are petty.
Huh?
Because people are petty.
Right. Or something to that nature. I don't know if YouTube ever clarified or not. I haven't heard that much about it, but that's the reason why Devin and Kat are doing the spreadsheet now, because that happened to Devin's channel. He was just sent a notice that he violated TOS and was banned for life. The rest is just assumption, right? Yeah. So yeah, it's crazy. It just, yeah. Yay, YouTube. That's all I got to say. Right. Anyway, at least we have the spreadsheets. I would much rather have Devin's channel back so that we could just click on the playlist and be done with it. But no, it is what it is. All right. I forgot to pause the timer. So hold on. So we have been chatting for 10 minutes. As you do the evil cackle.
I love
Thanks. Yeah, YouTube does some crazy things. Eva says, I think someone must have reported it repeatedly for this to happen more than the copyright strikes thing. Has to be, especially for like a life ban. Usually for a couple of copyright strikes, the video is taken down or the playlist is taken down, and then you're like kind of given a slap on the wrist. So it's weird. It's weird. It's weird. I've had plenty of playlists have a dead video in them from being removed or struck away. Right? And the playlist still exists, and you're still here. You're not permabanned. Or it's unrelated to the playlist completely. Right. I don't. Let's see. And Devin removed the playlist every day. Right. So I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. Um, I'm sure somebody who is more versed in YouTube TOS could maybe explain it, but I just haven't really had the time to study the TOS because, all right. But I don't get it. And it still makes me mad. It really does. Because that was an awesome tool for our community. I mean, it really was. It helped a lot of people. And it helped me find new author tubers and stuff, and as well as plenty of other people. I mean, that's how I found half of my subscribed list was through Devin's playlist, because new author tubers would pop up and they would start doing writing streams. So yeah. Did they turn the truck off or whatever it is out there?
Thank you.
I think they did. Woohoo!
Ooh.
Someone probably recorded it as something yeah, I can't say that word. And an AI bot tagged the channel and shut it down. A lot of that isn't done by real people. Yeah. Yeah, they did. Okay. All right. So don't forget to hydrate. Don't forget to eat if you have some rumblies and the tumblies, and don't forget to stretch. Let's go ahead and get into our next sprint, shall we? And oh wait, so I think they reviewed it and stuck to it. I think we don't know everything. I do miss the playlist though. Right. All right. Oh. Ready? Let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Get at it. All right. How did everybody do on that one? Of course, it starts playing music.
I read almost 3 pages.
Huh?
I read almost 3 pages.
Good, good.
Made some corrections and caught a reference. And then I saw that they did a lightsaber championship in France the other day.
Lightsaber championship.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Full garb, full armor with lightsabers.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to. Is there like a video of it up on YouTube?
It's up on Facebook actually. France24 shared it, so I shared it on my Facebook and tagged, our favorite weapons master because he's probably still up. It's only 11 o'clock over there.
Oh yeah, because he never sleeps anyway.
Nope.
Okay. I think I can. If you want to share it, comment in the chat so I can make you a mod.
I can't. There's no way for me to comment.
What do you mean? Go to the YouTubes on your phone, go to the stream, and comment.
Doing it that way. You're gonna make me do it that way. Okay. Give me just a minute, and I'm gonna see if I just can't find a YouTube video of it instead of a Facebook post.
Okay, either way. But you still need to comment so I can make you a mod so you can share the link.
Yeah.
Yeah. So CB joined us. Hey CB. And so did Rachel. Hello, Rachel. And Lauren said I could use a writing retreat. My job is stressful. And I said, yeah, I think we could all use one of those. That would be awesome. Broken said angry lightsaber noises.
There we go. I found it.
You found it? Okay, let me make you a mod real quick.
Okay, so I copy.
Okay, you should be able to link it now. Rachel got another 2 pages of revisions on these old stories that we're turning into Velas. Nice. CB got in 64 words. Awesome. See, Broken says, lightsaber-like weapons are the kind of thing I'd love to use in a story, but they're way too iconic. No matter the differences, people would just point and shout, lightsaber, right? And CB's doing self-care. Be right back. Awesome. See, Broken says, probably the closest thing to riding a lightsaber is the Sun-Hot polearm in Agent. Ooh, yes. Very much so. Yay!
Okay.
There he goes. There is the link to the lightsaber championship.
It's only about a 90-second video. It's an explanation through France24 English. But yeah, it's kind of cool to see that it got news worthy finally. So
that is pretty cool.
I mean, to go back to Broken's comment about people screaming lightsaber, I mean, at least it's better than, fireball from that old LARP video.
Oh, goodness.
Which is fine. I mean, I have friends who do LARPing all the time, but yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. All right. So, you ready to get into the next sprint?
What? Already? That was quick.
We got to get a few more in, like 2 more in. You think we can get 2 more in?
We can get at least 2 more in, but yeah. Oh, before we do the next sprint, I just have to show that I had surprised Samantha the other day with. I buy a lot of movies, as she knows.
As apparent by the 2 shelves that you can see back behind him.
Buy a lot of movies.
That's not all
There's
the shelf
not
either.
a lot of times that I buy movies for her because I buy movies and we both watch them together. But I actually found one of her favorite movies the other day on Blu-ray and picked it up for her. It's called The Barbarians.
It's one
Like
of my guilty pleasure movies because I don't know. It fascinated me when I was like a teenager and older. It still does.
it's not bad. It's really not. Um,
It's not bad according to your bad movies.
no, I mean it's not. In 1987, Canon Films. So you're looking at the peak of the Canon group. Yes, it is Conan-like. It actually has two brothers who they went under the pseudonym the Barbarian Twins back in the 80s because I mean they were I don't know if you can see it, they were pretty damn buff, but yeah, they did quite a few movies, but this is like the big one where they did it as the the Conan style fantasy film. The rest of them, there's like one where they're truck drivers. I remember that one. There's one where they're cops. I think that one's called Double Trouble.
Yeah.
Um, I can't remember the no, the truck driver one. It's called Think Big. That's where I remember them from because they used to run that on HBO back in the late '80s, and I recorded it. And yeah, I remember them from that because you had Big Trouble in Little China,
Ah, I love that movie too.
and then you had Over the Top with Sylvester Stallone,
Yeah.
the truck driving arm wrestling movie, and then you had the Barbarian Twins as truck drivers. So for some
Yeah.
reason, they came back out with truck driver movies in the 80s because I don't know if you guys know, there was a slew of truck driver movies in the 70s
Mm-hmm.
with Convoy, and Chuck Norris was in one called Breaker Breaker, which
Mm-hmm.
is hilarious if you watch it with the riff tracks. And then it kind of tapered off, and then they did truck driver movies again in the 80s. But yeah, I actually managed to hunt this one down. It was on sale. So yeah, I actually was able to pick her up on, yes, Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah.
Smokey the Bandit. There's a guy on TikTok who does the one note challenge. I don't know if anybody's ever seen him, but he plays like one note from a song. He's got, easy mode, medium, hard, and impossible. Most of the time I can get those. But he did one the other day where he does a mashup between, I want to say it is the instrumental from Run DMC's It's Like That. It's either that or it's an Africa Bombati song. I can't really tell because they were both the same type of notes, but he mixes that with the vocals from Eastbound and Down by Jerry Reed from Smokey and the Bandit, and it is amazing. And I cannot wait for him to actually put out the full version of that song because it's immediately going on my drive and going in my car, and we will be listening to that song driving down the road.
I love you. You know this.
Welcome to what she puts up with.
Broken says, I enjoyed the weapon and agent. It was fun to ride a combat scene with a sword and a pole arm in a room full of ultra advanced rifles. I like the contrast. That is an awesome contrast. Apparently, the Wrestle Triple H auditioned to play Conan. I remember somebody, it was probably you because you're just a well of information.
I mean,
He's
if
a good
you
actor. He's
you
in
just
Blade
look
Trinity.
at his persona of the game, that
Mhm.
was Conan with a Motorhead theme. And the simple fact that he got not one, not two, but three Motorhead songs. Honestly, I don't give a damn what he's doing with WWE now, since he's basically the head man in charge. But he got three Motorhead songs. he could be Conan and I'd be fine with it because he's got to be a better Conan than Jason Momoa.
Easy, easy, easy.
No, I like, you know me, I like Jason Momoa, but
Right.
that was not a good Conan movie.
Yeah. I loved Triple H and Blade Trinity. He was perfect. I was going to say, this sounds really 80s, yeah.
Yep.
Triple H is loads of fun. Smoking the
That's
Bandit.
where the Smokey and the Bandit thing
Yeah.
popped up from.
Yes, please save your work for those of you that are writing, editing, whatnot. Um,
Never rely on autosave.
I wish they'd have cast Triple H's Thor. That would be interesting. Huh. There is one to Conan, and he is Austrian.
Yes. I adore the first Conan movie.
Yeah.
I do. The original Conan the Barbarian. I adore that movie so much.
Rachel says, okay, so I agree on the Jason Momoa Conan thing. JM is a lot of things, but I don't think he is Conan. Yeah, it just.
That one was the editing was off. The way that they portrayed him was off. Um, it didn't feel like Conan. It felt better than Kroll. That's for damn sure. Um, it was a lot better than that Kevin Sorbo Kroll movie. Um, but it felt like they wanted to do the Chimerian without name dropping him as Conan. If they would have called that movie the Chimerian, I would have been fine with that because that's how they're kind of. This is an off tangent. So Diamond Comics for a while. I know. I see.
This. I like this.
Yes. And Diamond Comics for a long time. They did the Conan comic and the Red Sonja comic and the Dynamite Comics. They are still doing Red Sonja and they're doing fantastic things with Red Sonja. Back in the 70s, Marvel produced Conan comics and they lost the rights around 85 ish. And then Conan was dormant for a while. And then Dynamite took over and they published Conan up until about 3 years ago. And now Marvel is republishing Conan. So what Dynamite did is that now they've made a Conan character to keep going called the Chimerian, which is Conan as a Chimerian. If they would have just called the Jason Momoa movie the Chimerian, I'd have been cool with that. It's like, here's a Conan movie without naming him Conan. And I would have been cool with that.
No.
Eternals, was it bad?
We're going to go off on another tangent.
The thing with Eternals is Eternals should have been done a while back. Because we were supposed to get an Inhumans movie, and they didn't do that. And Eternals should have been done prior to Guardians 2, probably. Because with the Eternals, there is a lot there that's set up. And I can't wait because it sets up so much. Yes, Eternals should have been done before the Infinity Saga because with the Eternals movie, that should have already been established before we got to Thanos. Like in the middle, we were introduced to Thanos, and then right before Infinity War, we're introduced to the Eternals, so that end credit scene with Pharaohs makes sense. Because now that Thanos is done and over with, then it doesn't make a lot of sense to introduce Pharaohs now.
Right.
Yeah. I can't necessarily agree with the statement that the comic industry is in flames because there are some fantastic publishers out here now who are finally getting recognition and are putting out quality work like Vault Comics. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of Vault Comics. They got this book called Barbaric. It is absolutely fantastic. I
Hmm.
love Barbaric. Matter of fact, I got the first two issues of the third series the other day. And yeah, I adore Barbaric. There are some great comics out there. It's just New 52 was a mistake. And DC realized that. And they corrected the mistake. And in Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, they're correcting the mistake again. Marvel's doing Marvel things. I mean, they made him. The Civil War One was great. There was no need to do Civil War Two. Civil War Two was just trying to make more money again. Um, but they're doing some really good stuff right now. What they've done with X Men, from what I've seen, has been like a breath of fresh air. And I do need to play catch up with Sins of Sinister because, yeah.
I like this.
No, no, it makes a good point.
Before Infinity
Mhm.
Saga. Yeah. We need a solo Hulk
We
movie.
can't. We'll never have a solo Hulk movie. We'll never have a solo Hulk movie again because all that shit's tied up in copyright ownership. Because Paramount's like, nope, ain't gonna happen. That's why you had a string with all these movies with the Hulk just guest starring the Hulk because Paramount will not play nice right now. I mean, Paramount's being sued by Warner Brothers for crying out loud.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll never get a solo Hulk movie because Paramount's holding on to that leash like as hard as they can.
Well, it just, yeah. Let's see. They're too busy not making solo movies in general. Let's see. I think they had too many Hulk movies to begin with. Every
I like
Baby
the Ang
Boy
Lee Hulk
character
movie.
is actually the character with the friends they made along the way. Yeah.
The thing with the Ang Lee Hulk movie is that, with the exception of the CG, because I ended up watching a copy of that movie where I wish I still had it. I think I might still have it. Where the animation wasn't done all the way, so it's like wireframes and shit sometimes. Um, that was better than the finished product as far as the CG goes. The way that Ang Lee cut it to look like a comic book, that was absolutely fantastic because it worked for his style of storytelling.
Mm.
The Incredible Hulk movie, the one with Edward Norton, it just tried to redo everything. It tried to do an Evil Dead 2 because you had Evil Dead, which came out in 1980, and you had Evil Dead 2 that came out in 1987. And when they did Evil Dead 2, it was like a sequel remake combination thingy. And that's exactly what the Edward Norton movie was. It was a sequel, but a remake at the same time. It did a lot of good, though, because it gave us the Abomination, which I don't know if you guys watched the She Hulk series. He's fantastic. He's awesome. I
Mm.
love this take on the Abomination.
Yeah.
Um, we wouldn't have gotten it without the Incredible Hulk movie. The Ang Lee movie gave us Jennifer Connelly in a Hulk movie. I'm cool with that. There's a lot of good stuff that they. I mean, we had William Hurt in the Edward Norton movie as Thunderbolt Ross. The thing with them going into Ruffalo owns Banner. He is Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
Period. That's not dismissing Edward Norton or Eric Bana. but he is Banner,
Mm.
and he's Smart Hulk. I'm hoping that eventually we get Mr. Fix It, because I think Mr. Fix It would be great, especially in the post Avengers world.
They're equal. I like that phrase.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was a requel.
She-Hulk was
She-Hulk's
amazing.
fantastic. I love She-Hulk.
Mm.
I've been a She-Hulk fan since the '80s. And anybody who's like, "Oh, we don't need it," no, She-Hulk has existed since 1980. I don't want to hear that shit. This isn't new. This isn't woke. Blah blah. No, She-Hulk has been there. And the series that they did in '89, sensational. That's what this was.
Mm.
She-Hulk Disney show was sensational, and the Dan Slott run and the newer runs, it is absolutely it's still one of the best comics out there. The newest She-Hulk series is fantastic. I love the Disney show.
Yeah. You good?
Yes. Okay, I'll shut up.
No, it's fine. You can go off on another tangent if you want to.
No, 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 no. Let's stop. Um, I'll be quiet.
First part of a level for Lego Avengers is up. Nice. I stopped watching Marvel a long time ago, so I never looked twice at that show. Who needs sprints? We had our talk.
Yeah, there we go. We have nerd talk. Um, See, but I'm a comic book fan. That's the thing. Is that I'm just happy that the comic book movies are as popular as they are,
Yeah.
because this is what I wanted as a child. Except now they're halfway decent.
Mm.
So, I mean, and I'm never going to be one of those gateway fans. Oh, well, you're wearing an Iron Man shirt. What issue of Iron Man did blah 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 blah? The hell out of here with that
Like
shit.
that. You
No,
can't walk into a comic book shop if you're a woman.
no, we've actually found comic shops.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, whenever I first started getting into comics, it was like, well, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I mean, and that's unfair. That's the kind of stuff I've always fought against. That's why it's been like, oh well, I want to get into comics. Awesome. Do you want me to? Can I offer some recommendations?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you're reading one of my highest recommendations. Period. And I'm very happy for that. And it's a book that's not put out by any of the big ones.
No.
Oh no.
What?
See, CB, they
That one?
did not one, not two, but three Captain America movies by 1990, and all of them were terrible.
Yeah. I think I remember you showing me clips of them, and it's like, ugh.
Oh, the one from 1990 is probably the worst. The first two, there were TV specials. There were TV movies. I mean, it's like the old Spider-Man ones. But yeah, the 1990 Captain America movie, that was absolutely terrible,
Yeah.
because Red Skull was Italian, and Captain America steals a truck. He carjacks a dude. Yeah. Now, I
Yeah.
will say this till the end of time.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that testing thing. That pisses me off.
You get a little bit of that kind of everywhere you go. You just got to try to find the right ones. Like, we've found a couple of good comic book shops. I mean, Thomas's shop, for example, I never felt uncomfortable in there.
Yeah.
and the one over in Statesville that's actually run by the chick, and then Erica's comic book shop. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I
They're,
mean,
they're
I've
amazing.
never if I've got a shop that's rude or condescending or does this gatekeeping crap, I refuse to give them my business because the whole idea is welcome to my shop. How can I help you? You want to learn about comics? What books do you read? Do you mind if I give you some recommendations on stuff I like? I want to spread the love, not do this gatekeeping you don't belong bullshit
Mhm.
because that irritates me. That irritates me to no end because I want more people to get involved, not to be, oh, well, it's the He Man Woman Haters Club. No, we ain't doing that.
All right.
I refuse.
I like this.
Yeah, it's true. A lot of comic shops are like the comic shop from The Simpsons.
Brogan says I'd be a DC guy if they would, stop face planting.
No, no,
It's a me, Red Skull.
to be fair, this is DC's foray right here. The animated films, with one or two exceptions, are fantastic. This is where they need to stick because these are awesome and a great way to get people into reading story into seeing storylines.
Yep.
Um, I'm going to keep my opinions to myself about the current state of DC because I actually like the Snyder Cut, but I'm still kind of upset that we'll never see Batgirl because I wanted to watch that. TV wise, DC's got it for the most part. Animated films, they destroy Marvel. They do. They destroy Marvel. But the movies,
Take it or leave it. See,
I'm
CB
sorry.
says when I was in Houston in September, I was trying to get Agent Carter in Funko Pop form, but I couldn't get her. Ended up getting her on Amazon. Hmm.
I need to play catch up on the Captain Carter comic book.
Yeah, we do. Let's see. This is why I have a superhero novel on my to be written list. DC animation is so good. Yes, like the Snyder Cut too. You got a link to the Snyder Cut
On HBO Max.
on HBO Max.
Yep, and
Is it
on
still on there?
my Voodoo account.
I can't believe it's still on there. I'm annoyed about Batgirl because I'm from the city it was made in. Oh wow. Everything I've heard is Batgirl was basically unwatchable.
Yeah, but that's coming from a studio head who's trying to cut as much crap as he can, who's now in the process of suing Paramount because of streaming rights for South Park. So I'm not buying the whole it was unwatchable thing because I don't give a damn. Brendan Fraser was Firebug. I want to watch that movie. I don't care how bad it is. I suffered through Birds of Prey, both the pilot and the full series. I went through and I watched The Flash growing up in 1990. I have seen the 1994 Fantastic Four movie that was never officially released. I don't care. I want to watch it.
Trying to find Broken's video. Keep talking.
I don't know what to talk about now.
Oh wow, really?
No, I mean, Fantastic Four wasn't a write off. Well, technically, it was a write off. I just hate that they put out everything. I remember reading in Comic Scene about that. They did a red carpet event and they did all this other stuff for this movie, and then it never came out. And then I was in college whenever I found out that somebody had a bootleg copy of it. And I've got like three or four different versions of Fantastic Four, different like quality versions. And that movie showed a lot of premise, especially for 1994, because 1994 was different than now. I mean, you're looking 30 years ago. And for what they were doing with practical effects, that Fantastic Four movie was great. It really was. I mean, it actually had the guy who did Doom was that was Doctor Doom. That wasn't, oh, I'm Christian from Nip Tuck and I'm going to be Doctor Doom. That wasn't, oh, we went to another dimension and I got scarred and I'm going to get pissed off and get covered in nanobites. I'm going to be Doctor Doom. No, this was, I run a country. I've studied in the mystic arts. My name is Victor Von Doom. That's what that was. South Park, honestly, is probably one of the, for a while. I haven't watched it since the COVID specials, but for a while there, that was probably one of the best political and social commentary shows you could watch outside of the Daily Show. Because the way that they created an episode in like 7 days. So dumb stuff happens. South Park's got an episode next week about it. I love that because they would attack all sides of an argument.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed South Park for a while. The lawsuit, from everything that I've read, was that Warner Brothers bought the rights to run South Park on HBO Max. But then Paramount did these specials that only ran on Paramount, the COVID specials and all. And now Warner Brothers is hemorrhaging for money. Because since Discovery took over, they are canceling everything they can. They have written shows out of existence. They pulled Blu-rays, which is the dumbest thing. It's like, here's physical media for this show. Oops, we got to do a tax write-off, so we're going to recall everything. And because they did that, you've got stuff that they're just trying to get rid of to get money. This whole lawsuit against Paramount, it's crap because they're hemorrhaging for money right now. They could have released Batgirl, and yeah, it would have been straight HBO Max, but every time they do a big release like that, viewership goes up. Every single time. So, yeah, I know, it's a soapbox episode. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
They could have kept the Batgirl movie, finished editing it, dumped it on HBO Max, and they would have saw an increase in HBO subscriptions. Period. It would have happened. But no, we got to cancel everything we can, and it's unwatchable. Don't give me that shit.
They cut Batgirl for being unwatchable,
Yeah.
then they released Velma. So
Yeah, they put Velma out.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I have not watched Velma because I have no want to watch Velma. I didn't care about Velma. And then every clip I have seen of Velma, I don't care to watch Velma. I am obviously not the target audience. So I'm not going to give it my time. I'll watch Harley Quinn, but I won't watch Velma.
I don't know. It just didn't interest me.
Do what?
It just didn't interest me either.
I mean, I don't mind them changing, like Shaggy to be in Norville. I'm fine with that.
Burger says, "Don't do it. Don't do it."
Clips that I have seen though, where they have like attacked the other characters the way that they've done to make Velma be superior, that's dumb. I'll take Mystery Inc. all day long. Because at least Mystery Inc. had a storyline that made sense.
Velma is underage in the show, but there's no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm
going to quote my favorite South Park clip. My son, I'm not touching that with a 60-foot pole. Next caller.
Yeah. We'll just leave it at that.
Yep. All right, so I've been on my soapbox for enough time for nerd talk. So let's do some more productivity stuff. So it's not like I have taken over her channel and have just ranted for like an hour.
You know, you have your own channel. You can do like a soapbox rant on your channel.
I
Eh.
guess, but I wouldn't have people to talk with, and that's what sprints, spurs the soapbox because I'm feeding off of other people's comments and conversation. I suppose.
All right.
I don't know.
Okay. Don't forget to hydrate. And don't forget to get some noms if you have some rumblies and the tumblies. And don't forget to stretch so you don't tighten up and start hurting. You see what I broke it saying? I used to joke I wouldn't touch things with a 9.5 foot pole because I played a character in D&D that lost half a foot off a 10 foot pole because he poked a sphere of annihilation.
See, the last D&D game I played, I actually was the receiving end of a fastball special. So I miss having characters that can do stuff like that.
We need to get back into playing D&D,
Yeah.
period.
That requires, like time for everybody to get together.
I know. All right. So let's go ahead and get started in our next sprint, which is probably going to be our last since it will be 5 minutes before we need to go. So, yeah. 3, 2, 1, get at it. Alrighty, how did everybody do on that one?
You will be happy.
What, did you finish the chapter?
Season 2, Chapter 7.
Yay!
So that has
Thank
been
you,
read and edited. And now I'm on to Season 2, Chapter 8.
Okay. So he's talking about my Kindle Vella Mist, which the link is down below in the description box. And episode 18 just went to live yesterday, or chapter 18, however you want to say it. Vella calls them episodes, so we'll just go with episodes.
What I finished was technically episode 21.
Yep.
So.
Yep. So, let me get on the right page here. Let's see. Had Nia join us. Hello, hello, hello. She's getting some morning work done. Had Heather join us too. Hello, hello, hello. And both Rachel and Heather have live streams going up at 11 Eastern, which is in 3 minutes. So make sure to check them out and do some stream hopping. You can go back and forth. And Rita joined us. Hello, hello, hello. Getting some revisions done. Awesome. Let's see. Rachel said, I finished the Vela revisions and I'm getting ready for the stream. Awesome. Be stream hopper to look with Heather too. You're welcome, Heather. And CB says, I'm watching Avengers Assemble again. Ugh. Why can't I talk today? Can't say words, but it's okay. And I got in another 147 words that sprint because we were talking about what we wanted to do for lunch instead of me writing. But I did manage to get in 678 words for the stream. Hopefully I'll get a few more words in today so I can finish up this chapter. And season 2 of the Kindle Vella will be pretty much done, other than the editing process and uploading.
I've got another 6 chapters that you have printed out to read, but
yeah,
I will try to focus on some of that between today and tomorrow to try to get those done.
There you go. Rachel says, thanks for the fun. You're very welcome. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. Rita says, when she stream hops, hers freezes. Oh, no. I hate that. Mine kind of hiccups a little bit, especially if I haven't updated Chrome in a while. But it usually does pretty good. All right. Again, thank y'all for joining us. And we did have a pretty good soapbox in the middle of the sprint or stream. It's all good. You see, Brogan says, not able to write right now, but I should be writing as I doing terrible things later. Yay. It's always good.
I'm sorry I took over the stream.
It's fine. That's the reason why I have you on here, because you take over the stream and make it interesting.
With all the swearing and ranting about stuff.
It's all good.
I keep it PG-13. I keep it, I don't know, I guess TV PG?
TV.
Yeah, I keep it PG era.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's not TV 14 era. I keep it PG era. So
she has to restrain us. Oh, goodness. It's all good. All right. Thank you, everybody, again. Make sure to check out these streams that are going on for the rest of the day to get the rest of your productivity, the things that you need to get done. And we will see you next time. Bye.